So straight off the bat, right, we got George flying at the ball, and Cash is wide open. Okay, so here he gets it again. AJ gets into the corner, and they're off and running. Now, we could have did a couple things there, right? Obviously, I want my number 10, which was on that side, would have been Luke, and Lawson's on the other side, and Patrick's the 6. Okay, so as we go back here, faster.
Does the video play speed still?
No, just the way it rewinds faster. I thought it would go back a 5-second but it goes back every second. It's okay. It's all right. So right here we have Luke trailing the play. Right here, y'all see the arrow. I hope. All right. So we have Luke trailing the play. We need him to be up here on Cash. Right. Lawson should be up here more towards. That's Troy right there on the other team, and then Patrick's back trailing the play. And Patrick, when the ball is on this side of the field, Patrick needs to be over in front of this center back. Okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, so right now, so when Patrick slides over, Luke comes up, and Lawson comes over here where Patrick would be. All right. So if the ball was switched onto this side of the field, right, Lawson would come up, Patrick would slide over in front of the other center back, right. And Luke would play more in this area here. All right, let me go forward. So that's great work by Jeremiah.
Yeah.
That's great work by Jeremiah right there. Okay. And that's the type of intensity I want to see as we're working. And as we're working, everybody, like I said, the forwards are the first line of defense, so they got to work. They got to work really hard. So here's a example of us not really working as hard as we can. Right here. Okay, they throw the ball in. Right. Jeremiah kind of jogs over. Right. George kind of just jogging over. Right. And we're all kind of just jogging. Right. So right now I have Lawson here. I have Patrick here. We got to anticipate the ball getting to the other side of the field because that's where they're going with it, right? All their body language tells us they're going that way. Look at it. Everybody's back is turned, going this way. So our defense should shift a lot faster. And we're all just with this light little jog, walking the park like we're not playing a really high-level team, right? So, again, look at the shape of them, right? We got Luke way behind their number 6, right? We got George not really covering anything. He's got to get back into space. And I need Patrick shifted all the way back in front of this center back, which this center back right here I think is Jason. He should be over, and then the following guy, Oliver, the other number 4, right? He should be all the way over here. Okay. See, and we got my other forward, Liam, kind of in no man's land, right? He's blocking the pass to Clark, but he also has to always keep his eye on and read the game a little bit better by keeping his eye on Cash there. Because if Cash gets the ball, he needs to be able to track back really fast, right? We want to deny that ball, that outside ball. So if Cash is able, that number 6 is able to collect the ball there and do this that easily, that's what we're trying to avoid. Okay. So I'm going to just try to back this up if I can. Here we go again. All right. If Luke steps up here, our center back should be over here. Patrick should be over here. That's Jason's our number 5 right now. Our number 4 right here should be all the way in the middle of the field. Why is it taking us so long to move? Right? And then everybody shifts with it. Jeremiah is not in the screen right here, right? Jeremiah is over here somewhere. He should be all the way tucked in here by now. If we don't make the field small for them, meaning we don't get compact, and I remember in our first webinar, our first meeting that we had in the beginning of the season, I said we contract fast on defense and we expand on offense. And right now we're not doing a very good job contracting, right? we're giving them way too many options. Everything's wide open. We need to tighten all that space up. It's all way too spread out. Look at Holland, our back, on our right side out here. He's got to pop in all the way here. It's got to be done faster. Good teams do this. Winning teams do this. Our number 4 and 5 aren't connected really well. One should be on the goalpost here. The other one should be on the goalpost here in that area of the field. And our number 6 should always be in front of that side center back, guarding that space in here. So Luke would push up, Patrick over, Austin over, right? And then George is in a pretty good space right here as he's moving back. But we just got to cover space. We got to stop worrying about the ball. Everybody's head is staring at the ball. Worry about the space on the field. That's what we got to cover, space. I'll give this pass up if he's able to break it, right? We keep him here, right? And let him go back and go this way. All right. So here we go, right? Here's Liam jogging, right? He passes it back to him. I need to see my forward flying at him, making it hard, right? Where's our number 8 or our number 10? On this side, it'd be a number 8, Luke, right? He's all the way back here on AJ, right? The body language tells us they're moving the ball this way, right? If Luke's pushed up on Cash right here, Patrick is in this lane over here, right? Liam is tucked back in here. We're in a much better space defensively. So that's all I'm saying, guys, is that we got to contract faster, and we got to anticipate the way the ball's being moved, right? Because if we don't, then we're just going to leave them so much more space. They're able to just walk it right through here now. I mean, that's too easy. That's way too easy. And listen, later on, after I show a couple clips here, we're going to go onto the blackboard, and I'm going to show you what I mean and what it should look like, okay? All right, so we're not just using it on the film. We'll put it on the blackboard, and you guys get a better sense of what I'm talking about. Okay, it's all stuff that I've been commenting on and all stuff that we've been talking about. And then at times we do it pretty well in the ECNL National 08 game. I think it's because you guys were more maybe intense to that game, or more this game we were supposed to play, and then we wound up playing because I got the call the night before that they wanted to play instead of canceling. So, but still, we go on the field. We're going to play the 07 team. We got to be ready. We got to be ready to go. All right.
The fairway bunkers are tough. They smash the sides of the bunkers with like a board mat apart the pack, and then they cut the grooves down there in the bottom of the rake. Don't get great lines in there. Maybe Sim JM gets something going here at the beginning of this 15. 4 bogeys, the 1, and the only birdie coming back at the 6th. Trying to point it out, I mean, a shaky start, but he seems to have pulled things together here. That's not easy to do, Raj. No. Not when you're 22, especially.
Time.
All right. So I got my number 4 and my number 5. Are we connected right here? Talon, type me a message. Are we in a good area right here? Are we connected? If you can hear me. Hopefully you can. I think I got it off mute, so you're good now. No, sir. He said, okay. It's really choppy.
Keep looking back. Streak of at least one PGA Tour win every season. 12th straight year that he's qualified.
Yeah, guys, I know that it's choppy. Okay, I appreciate the posts. We're trying to work on it. But when I stop the play, is basically where we got to look. So, all right, so I stop it here. Okay, again, our center backs are not connected. Jason's in a good spot here. I need this guy pushed all the way over. I need Patrick pushed all the way over. I need Lawson in here. And I need whoever, this Luke right here, stepping up. And Liam's trying to block the pass out wide. I need Holland all the way in this corner left over here. Holland, you got to be all the way in here, man. Jeremiah, you got to come all the way in here. Does that make sense? All right, I'm going to stop it right back here. A lot of you guys kept saying AJ was wide open, right? AJ was a problem, right? Okay, so I saw Luke just look over his shoulder right there. Now, if Luke pressures here on Cash, if Patrick is behind AJ, we're good there. Then we're good, right? Then Oliver's inside here. He's in front of Jalen right here. He's not a problem. Jason supports Patrick. I mean, then we're in a good position. All right, so you know, it's all about defensive shape, and I think it's. I don't think I'm going to call it what it is. Sometimes it looks like laziness. Other times it's just like I don't think you guys really know what we're doing, and that's okay because we're getting done with that now. We're taking the questions out. We're figuring it out right now. So So AJ right now, he is playing a number 10 spot. Okay. So I'll show you a little bit later what they were playing. They were playing a 3-4-3, which we won't see a lot of that. We'll probably see more of a 4-3-3. But it really doesn't matter really what shape they're playing. We're always going to give up a spot defensively, but we want to give the spots up defensively on the outside, right? Especially in our half. Okay, that's when we get into our shell, when we get compact, right? We want to make sure that the middle of the field is controlled, and it looks like what they were playing. They had Cash as a midfielder, Troy as a midfielder, Cam as a midfielder, and AJ as a midfielder. All right. People who get it. Really good on here. It's too bad it's.
Here's the truth. You don't need to change your swing to get more distance. You just need technology to straighten out the distance.
The fact that it's choppy actually gives you guys a little bit of a slower look to it, so it's not the end of the world. Wish we could do this in person, but that's not possible. So, all right. So I think it gets a little better right here for the next couple minutes. So there's a lot of positives that go on in the next in this minute. All right. So the one thing is what Oliver does. I don't think Ollie's on the call, but right here we get rid of it quick. We have to have firmer, harder passes coming out of the back. No hospital balls. Oliver takes it up the sideline, then stops it, put it on a dime, and then gets it back. We move the whole defense there. Then Brady shifts it across. Big shift. Love it. Love it. Now, the one thing that we kind of right there, okay, what would I like, what would Shane could do better? What could he do better there? The thing that Shane could do better is attack this right back, attack Clark, put some pressure on him, and then he has Oliver, Lawson, or lay him out wide. Instead, he tries to play a through ball in our defensive third, which is probably not our best option there, building out of the back, right? We want to control possession. So I'll go through that again. So if Shane attacks Clark when he gets the ball on this opposite side, right, he maintains possession, he gets a 3v1 situation, and we're kind of off and running then. Okay, and says he tries to play a long ball. It's not a terrible thought, but in our defensive third, right, possession is everything right here, and we need to keep that ball. Okay, and right there, you know, Liam and George get beat to a ball, which I think that from my standpoint, you know, Alex has got to go on his back there almost, right? He's got to feel the impact of you guys coming, and really, he shouldn't get to that ball before you two. It's passion, boys, right? It's passion. There's a good build out of the back, right? Some good stuff. Yeah. Right, so that's a dangerous ball, right, from Jason. Okay, I'm not trying to pick on you guys, right? But here we got to keep the ball, and we just got to have more tempo, right? The speed gunning out of there, it has to be better. It just has to be a little more tempo, firmer hit passes. All right, we know what we have to do. I just think we played a little bit scared, a little bit too tense. Okay, right there, George did it. That's what I want you to. I want to see more of that from you, Georgie. Okay. Especially in our half. Lawson got the ball there, and we talked about this at the game. I wish he just would have went forward with it. I want to get Lawson going forward instead of going backwards, and that's why I have him playing higher in the midfield. And if we can do that more often, is George receives it, he's a big target. I mean, Oliver broke 2 lines right there coming out of the back. So if we can hit George, break 2 lines, it's a little more easier for us to build out. And then, you know, we play to Lawson, and Lawson changes direction. Instead, he goes backwards there with it, and I'd rather see you go forward with it. Okay. Right here. Shane plays a really good ball into Patrick, and I think the connection between Patrick and Luke kind of lost its way, because right before Patrick gets it, or right when he's about to come into that space, he kind of hesitates just a little bit. And I think it throws him off, and then Luke hesitates a little bit. You guys get off your toes. Okay? It's just a tiny hesitation. Right? So when Patrick's coming into that space, you need to be more intense, right? Get into that space a little bit better. Okay? Don't stop, right? Because if you keep going, see how you're leaning back right there? Right? As you were coming back. Okay, I'll play it live. You can kind of see yourself. Maybe the angle throws me off a little bit. But as we're coming in, keep coming, right? Don't stop, right? And then Luke's on his heels right there, right? If he's popping, he's on his toes. He's able to get to this ball. All right. So that's why I always tell you guys, you always have to be on your toes, man. Right? We never can get back on our heels. All right, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big no-no, right? We always got to be hopping, especially in the midfield, because you never know what to expect. There's always a bouncing ball. There's always a 50-50 ball. We gotta get on top of. So I'm gonna skip ahead. This is a really nice build-up here from our boys. Good decision there by Patrick. Holland takes a little space, steps on it. Patrick makes another good decision. James switches it really nice and big and fast. Right? Nice play by Shane. Good touch. Beat that guy because it's easy, and then we're off. And we're off. I mean, it's really that simple. And when we're building out of the back, we got to be 10 out of 10. You know, we have to be 100%. All right? So there's a lesson there, is that we're building out of the back. We have to hit firm passes, possession first, and just play soccer the way you've been taught. You know, side to side with tempo, side to side with tempo. And I'm going to run it back, and I'm going to see where we break down here. So we connected on one side, and we attacked on the other. Right? We connected over here with Holland, played it out. James got it back, connected on this side, and we attacked on the other. That's all I ever talk about at practice. Connect on one side, attack on the other. We get a turnover on this side, we connect here, attack on the other. So now we get stopped. We get stopped here. So now what's our option? Is not to force it, right? We connect a few passes here, and we should attack on the other side. And we're trying to force it. Now, if I look at my midfield shape, I got Liam. Obviously, I want him to be a little more wider. Okay, I got Patrick calling for the ball. I like Patrick to come more inside, come to the ball a little more aggressively, right? If you're sitting there waiting for it, it's not going to come to you, right? You got to come to him, okay? But really, I'd like to see Shane maybe pop this back, go to Jason, connect to James, and we're off and running, because look at all the space Holland has on the outside. I mean, it's crazy, right? Right. It's crazy how much space we have. Everybody, see how compact they are here? That's what we want to have. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they probably got, I don't know, there's probably one defender out here. But they made it nice and compact for us, and they got a turnover. And that's what we have to have. We have to make other teams connect passes on one side so they can attack on the other. Right? That's what we have to make them do. All right? So here's a good talk of our press. Here's a good situation, right? Patrick's in a pretty good position. It's middle of the field. The ball's going this way. Lawson's pushed up pretty high, and Jeremiah's in a real good spot here, and George is tracking back. Now, what I'd like to see George do more often is get back faster. Get back faster, right? You have to work more. We have to get more work out of our number 9. All right, but watch Jeremiah read this. Great turnover. Right, it's all positioning. Here we go again. Trying to work on getting the choppiness out, guys. Give me a sec. If I can do it. Small screen.
So maybe able to improve the choppiness if I take you out of Chrome and put you into the app.
I see.
So if you decide you want to mess with that, I'll just log out of one, put you on the other.
Oh, we'd have to log out.
Well, I won't log out, so it'll stay going, but we'll take you out of
Everybody will be logged in still except for me.
Should be. Where
Okay.
did I log in? Personal iPad or on the computer? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I think I did it here, actually.
Okay. All right, so here's a good build. We're at 7:15 on the clock, right? And we're off and running again, right? All good stuff. There was a lot of positives in this game, right? Lots of positives, man. All right, so Oliver got the ball right here in this spot. We built it on this side, connected on one side. We want to attack on the other. Oliver decides to go back the same way we came. Someone messaged me which way he should have went with the ball. Towards who? Yeah, we're supposed to go out here with it, right? That'd be the idea, right? It's to go back this way. We got Shane and Liam. If he goes this way with it, we got a 2v2 with Shane and Liam, and actually 3v2 with Oliver controlling the rock. Instead, we go back the same way we came, and all the defense is on that side, right? So I've been saying it for years now. Where did it come from? Where did it come from? If it came from that side, we want to go the other way with it. All right, I'm going to stop it here. Are my number 4 and my number 5 connected? No, right? We should always be 10 yards away, right? Especially when we got in their half. I would like to see Jason more in here. Okay, we have to be more connected with our center backs, and it happens all game. That was good work, George. Way to get back. Okay, so here's Jeremiah, right? They're going down the field. Jeremiah, I'd like to see you get back in defensively, back in here, okay? Liam, back in defense. As they're coming down the field, we got to track all the way back in. Track all the way back in, right? We can't have you. You're not helping us here. Okay, they get the ball in the corner here. This guy gets the ball in the corner. Holland can't. He's covering the back line, right? You got to come all the way back in. Good pressure. Good pressure. All right, I'll stop it here. Where's my 6? He's right in the middle of the field. The ball's over here, right? You got to bust your butt and get all the way over here. Yeah. Because that leaves, if they happen to be Liam and Clark gets the ball, right? Shane has to pop out here, and that leaves AJ wide open, right? Where is my number 4 and my number 5? Not in a good spot. I got James over here and Jason over here. They got to be shifted all the way over here right now. Yeah, it's going to take work. It's going to take sprinting back, right? So, we got to get more compact. Our shape is really, really bad in this game. Good pass, Jason. Great pass, James. I'll stop it right there. Okay. Where did the ball come from? It came from this side of the field. So what is our next move should become this way with the ball, right? And Oliver makes a good play on it, traps the ball, but the decision that he makes here is to go back inside, right? And it's a turnover in our half, right? If it's just it's real simple, boys. Where did it come from? Came from this way? It's got to go this way, right? It's got to go on this side of the field, okay? It's got to go on the opposite side of the field. Great play, Shane. Right, we got to connect that pass right there, right? It's a giveaway in our half. We got to connect these. We got to possess the ball. We give up passes in our territory. The good teams are just going to pound us. So we have to possess it. We have to retain it. Right? We have to possess this ball here and make sure that we keep it. We have to keep it. All right, 9:30 mark. The ball's all the way almost to the 18 box. I got guys. I got one player, maybe two, maybe probably Jeremy. I only got 2 or 3 players, 2 probably, that are on the other side of the field. Our whole midfield should be pushed up. Our left back should be pushed up. Our right back should be pushed up. Our center back should be connected. And we should be up the field faster. We have to get out faster. If we don't, we're just going to keep getting pounded on. We have to get up faster. Defensive shape. Get out faster. Brady, I want you to be screaming at these guys, right? Get out faster. All right, George, I like that. See, checking over your shoulder. That's very good. We're in a pretty good position. Now the ball gets switched to the other side of the field. Now everybody should be moving over quickly, faster. Some guys are walking. We're not bad, but Jason lagging, right? Got to get over. You got to get over. Right? Lawson, if he's more, he might make a turnover here. Let's see. Nope, he does a good job. Jeremiah does a good job, right? Great job. All in positioning. All in covering space there. Right? Patrick's behind. Patrick's right where he should be. Oliver's in a good spot. When we're in a good spot in the field, it's evident. Right here. Right there. I mean, that's how we got the turnover. It's pretty funny how that works out. You're in a good position, you know, you're gonna make a turnover. All right, there's a back pass, right? It has to be firmer. We have to start hitting the ball, right? You guys are big, strong kids. Great ball there by Brady, right? So what I'd like to see is a better shift here. Liam should be on the sideline, and Liam drags Clark with him. If he goes further out there, you get a few other steps. You drag Clark a little further, and then it gives Oliver more time and more space, and Oliver should keep coming here, but I don't know if he does. He stops, or he doesn't go fast. He's got to get in that hole. He's got to get in that gap to give Shane a better target. Little details, guys. Little details that make you go from a B player to an A player in a short amount of time. In a short amount of time. Here's good work. Jeremiah working back. Very good. Good work. That's what we want to see. Lawson, good work. All very good work on that side of the field. Now I'm going to stop it here. Are my center backs connected? No. Right? They have the ball. It's in our half of the field. Right? James is a good spot. Jason, you got to move it all the way over here. Who's that? Jalen right there. You should be shadowing that center forward. Patrick in front of James. Right? George is in a good spot. Oliver's in a pretty good spot. We get Patrick in front of James. James a tick further back. Jason moved over. Liam tucked in. Shane tucked in. and we're in good shape. And then we're in good shape. We got a few guys doing the right thing in this play, and a few guys not. And I know it's not. This isn't NFL football. This isn't. It's all in your heads. You guys have to do this, right? I can't call a timeout and get us in the right spot every 30 seconds. So it's up to you guys to think on your feet. And I think after this session today, I think we're going to have a lot better shape and be a little more compact in our defense and understand what we're trying to do. This is what it takes. It takes us to put something like this on tape and then for us to fix it. Great work by Patrick. Simple. As a number 6, you have to be simple. Okay? So here we go. They get the ball. They're working it back. They're switching the side of the field. Here it comes. They switch. So I got to stop it here. James is walking, right? It's got to be this position player here who's ever playing there has to get connected with the other center back. Right? He has to come in. Patrick has to come all the way over fast. It can't be done slowly. Right? Oliver puts pressure here. Austin comes in here, and George kind of puts pressure right here, but not total ball pressure, just right here to cover the space. And when we do win the ball here, it's because Patrick's in a good position. Jason's there, and we win the ball because he's in a good spot. And a nice one touch, and we're out. Almost. Shane puts a good ball here, and we're out. And then again here, Liam tries to connect with Oliver, and we miss connection there. Those connections here are very important. We can't miss in here. If it's a risky ball, we have to do something else with it, which I don't think that was a very risky ball. I think that it was just a misconnection. And as we get the rust off, we should be able to make more connections here. All right. I don't mind them taking shots like that. That doesn't bother me. They can take 30-yard shots. I'm good with that. So choppy. It's crazy, right?
Choppy on your side or where?
No, on your side.
Look at something real quick.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys.
This is a little bit.
Hey, Dave.
Okay. Y'all hear me? Good. Y'all hear? Okay. I'm going to go back for a second here. Y'all can hear me. All right, here we again. We lose the ball. Shape. Got to get into our defensive shape. So immediately, Holland has to get back into line. Jeremiah has to get all the way back into in a more compact shape. Back, his butt turns facing the goal. Okay. A good spot. Patrick moved over. James has to get back connected, right, with his center back. Okay. I mean, this is, if you look at any game that you see on TV from high level teams, this is what it looks like. All right. So I'm not expecting us to be perfect. I do want us to get better as we go on and on and on with the season. And I expect the next game we play to have a lot better shape and be more compact. Hopefully I can maybe get like a 30-minute, 45-minute scrimmage during the week to just to try this out, you know what I mean, and make sure that we're doing the right thing. All right, so I'm going to work hard to see if I can get that to happen. All right.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Right here, if you play it out a little bit here, just an example of what they're doing with their outside guys, how our guys don't get all the way to the sideline. I think it's coming up right here with the outside midfielder here. Look at him get to the sidelines. I mean, he's on the sideline. See that?
Look at
Our
Clark.
guys are not getting that far wide. They're getting about 5 yards. That extra 5 yards to get on the line, it creates that much more space. And I think that's something we got to work on because we're not getting all the way wide. We're getting close, but we're not getting all the way wide.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. I mean, I've harped on that for 2 seasons now, right? So, I mean, this is what it takes.
You see where he is right there? I mean,
Yeah.
he's literally with his feet on the line.
On the sideline. All right, now to be honest, I've seen Clark play a lot, and that's a really good position he's taking right there. I've had to harp on him forever to get to that point, so it's good that he's finally doing it.
Right.
But you know, man, I mean that's perfect. That's a perfect example of where our outside forward should be.
Because I know on the sidelines we're saying get wide, get wide. They're just not getting wide enough. You know what I mean? It's just something that's got to happen, right?
How do we defend that? Because we can't. Is there a way to defend it without them completely breaking us apart there?
Right. So if he gets the ball out wide to Clark there, okay. If we're in our right shape, if everybody's compact, if Jason moves over, Liam gets back, Shane moves over, Patrick slides in, and then all of our defenders are on this half of the field. So it makes it really hard for them to connect and attack on the other if they can't connect in here. So this video is really this first portion of this session is really to get us in a better compact defensive shape. Yeah, we had our moments building out of the back, but man, if this is where we're going to play defense, this is not. It's just we're going to have a hard time. We're going to have a hard time, especially against good teams. Like I told you guys the other day, this is probably the highest levels team we would play, and the 08 National is probably the least level team we'll play in league play at least this year. So, I mean, this is what it's going to take. It's going to take for us to really pick this up and really start playing team defense. All right. So here we already saw this, right? This is a pretty good build coming out. Liam, right? You have to get all the way on the sideline. He does a pretty good job there. That pass has to be connected, guys. So I'm going to skip ahead a bit. Brady's got the ball. Right, so when we're pushing up and Brady decides to punt it, right, we want to be at least 30 yards out. And we want our guys to get up, and then we don't win the 50-50 ball, right? So that's very important. Jeremiah was tucked in on the sideline there, which is all right. But if we're punting the ball, Jeremiah, you're going to have to come wait. We want to get more central. I want to get more central. Okay. So now if Patrick was slid all the way over here, where does that put Lawson? That has to put Lawson where Patrick was, right? We're always trying to form a triangle with our central midfielders, but we have to do it in the right shape at the right time. So if Patrick's right in front of the ball there, if where he should be, right? AJ turns, he's got someone right in his face, and then Lawson slides over, James slides over, Jeremiah slides over, Holland forms the back line on this post back here. I mean, this is what it's going to take. All right, we need to hit firm passes, boys. Hit firm passes. Okay, there we go. Simple throw-in. Looks like everybody's taking a break right now. All right. Laying pressures here. Good pressure there. Oliver's in a good spot. I need Jeremiah pushed up, right here. Right, he should be more up. Right, George is in a pretty good pocket covering space, but I think George could be more right here and Lawson pressuring that guy right there. James is in a good spot, and I don't see Jason. Jason should be right here. We got to be more connected, our center backs. It can't be more than 10, 15 yards, right? Our 4 and 5 have to be connected. 10 to 15 yards. Jeremiah, keep coming there, right? Keep coming, right? I want you to keep coming. Little flick and they're out. And that's disappointing. All right, Jeremiah keeps coming there. This guy starts dribbling across the field. George comes into the space here, and then Leon can start coming here and trying to defend Cash and this guy. So he's got to read the game here a little bit. And this is their first goal, I think. So after they score this first goal, it gets bad, right? Then we just totally evaporate. We totally fall apart. And I don't understand that because for 15 minutes, we played with them a little bit. We had good build-outs, right? Yes, it wasn't perfect. They're a really good team. But we can't just fall apart like this. We have to get the ball out of the net, put it on the 50, and get going again. We can't put our heads down. I'm not out there hooting and hollering and yelling and screaming that we got scored on. I don't care. That doesn't bother me as much as our response to this, right? It's our response. And I want to see us get fired up. All right? So we can't just quit. We can't just quit. I'm going to show the next couple minutes just to see how I respond. Then I'm going to go on to the next game because I think I really made my point here with this first 15 minutes, which was being more compact defensively. All right, that's the biggest thing I saw that I was like, man, if I can make 1 point today that really shines is the way we have to move defensively and how we have to cover spacing and not worry about the man is, as long as we got the space covered, we're going to be in good shape. All right, so they play it backwards. Our back line just sits there. We're just kind of walking with the ball. We got to push up and make the field short. If we make the field short, then they're offsides, right? That's the name. I mean, we want to make We can't just, when they start going backwards, we got to go with them. We got to come out. Jeremiah, good pressure. Right, Jeremiah's making good pressure, and because Lawson didn't pop out, Patrick doesn't pop out, and we got our back line sitting on the back. If our back line says get up, Brady says get up, then everybody pushes up, and then that pass that just happened, right, to Lawson. Jeremiah makes him go inside, which is what we want. Miles is in a pretty good space. And Miles, like I say, every time I've seen you on film over the last the couple games, you're really working hard, which is great. But if we have Lawson come up here and pressure this ball there, right, it's too easy. Too easy. Again, a hospital ball. We got to put it on our guys' feet, right? Put it on them. Love this, Miles. Love the track back. Fantastic. Hear me screaming. Get up. What are we sitting back for? Okay. The ball gets played into the box. And look where my right back is, right? He's got to form the back line when it's shifted over here. James is pressuring the ball out wide. That means Holland's got to be all the way back in here. You can't be out here. Compact, defensive shape. Jeff, you got anything on that one?
I don't. I think he was offsides on that one. That's not the one.
I did call offsides. Yeah, I did call offsides.
It's the next one, and that's just the one I wanted to show Brady a little bit. I mean, Brady, if you're there, I need you to be more intense back there. We talk about this, and I need you to be more vocal. I need you to be more intense into the game. Overall, you had a decent, 20 minutes or so or whatever you played for what I watched. But there's one play here, and I think it's about our angles on the next goal. You're just a little slow with your footwork, and you're not in the right position. And if you were, you got a hand on it. If you were in the right spot, you would have saved it. And it would have been a pretty easy save if we can get to that part. I think it's
19, what is that, 19 what?
Yeah, it's right. It's like a minute from now. I think they score another goal in like another minute.
All right, let me get to it.
And you're not way out of position, but you're a little lackadaisical in your footwork and checking your shoulder, checking your post.
You hear that, Brady? We're good? Okay, here we go. I'm going to roll it. We're going to see the next goal.
See, you're way out of position right now. You're walking across the goal. Now you get over there. That's not good right there. You just gave that away. Look at your positioning right now. It's bad. And he puts it in the right side of the goal, which that should never happen on that side. Your positioning, if you can rewind that just a little bit, Dave, that whole sequence right there. Brady, I don't know if you can, but I can pinch in a little bit and like close up. You're kind of walking.
I'll get you right.
Yeah, that's way too far back.
Yeah, there we go. There it is.
So you're just looking at the ground there. You're not intense. You're walking towards the middle. And stop it right there.
Back it up.
Yeah, just stop it right when he's about to shoot, Dave. I just want to show him where he's at there.
Give me the heads up, Mike.
Back by like hundredths of a second. He wants it before the shot.
Yeah.
Or right on the shot would be great, right before and right on it.
By hundredths rather than seconds.
I'm going to go back.
Brady, it's just little things, man, just tiny little things. But David's been talking about little things with you guys all this whole thing, and you're out of position. Look how far out of position you are. With where he is, stop. With where he is, you should have been, another yard to your left, so at least a big step left.
What number was that where we just were?
18 something. 1846.
There it is.
Here we go. Sorry, man. It's tough. We're trying to get it right.
Yeah, no, I know it's not easy. I'm sure.
There it is. Here it is. Got it?
They're right here. Stop.
Yeah.
Brady, you need to be, because of where he is, you know, he's outside your post. You should be at least a yard closer to that post. If you are, that shot is impossible because your size, and he's going to come right at you with it. But just because you're a yard to the right, you know, it gets through your hands there, and it should be really an easy save for you there. Really should be. With the right angle, it's an easy save.
All right.
But that's something we can work on. It's not a big deal, and that's what we're going to be working on over the next couple of weeks, especially with you. Everything's good with you. Your hands are good. Your feet are getting better. You just need to be more intense. I want to see you controlling the back of the field. Like David said, he wants you to push your guys out. He wants you to scream. I want to hear you be more vocal out there. The good keepers are vocal, and they take control of their 18 for sure. And really the half of the field, and you need to be in control. You need to be yelling at guys, putting them in the right position, and you need to be shifting around the goal quickly.
All right, so we're gonna go to the 08 game. Switch it up. I've had you here an hour. I'm trying to buzz through this, so I should have you guys out of here in the next 45 minutes. All right, but this is the type of work we gotta do to get better. So hopefully you guys stay with me. All right, cool.
Brady, if you hear me, that in this game you make a couple really good saves. Your positioning is good. You're aggressive. So I'm happy with the couple things you did in this game. Very, very good.
All right, I'm going to skip ahead to the minute mark. Okay. Oh, right when I take Talon out, I make a couple subs here. Miles comes in. All right, so here they come. They're starting to build out of the back. Now we got, what kind of shape are we in defensively? I think we're pretty good, right? The ball got over midfield, or was by midfield, and our back, this guy and this guy in really good shape. And we have Luke sprinting back. And as the ball went from here to here, right, this, our number 3 out here has got to pinch in more. Okay, again, be compact. Holland's in a pretty good shape, but what I really like to see is that our 4 and 5 are connected by about 10 yards, which is great. And we weren't doing that for a whole 20 minutes in the other game. And the first instance that I saw was this right here. Boom. I love it. This is what I need to see. Okay, so it's very good. So we need more of that. I'm skipping. Great stuff by Miles there, working really hard. Boom. That pass there by Holland was not lagging. Did y'all see that? Give me a thumbs up if you saw it. Somebody. Who saw the pass from Holland? Did we get that? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. All right. So that's the type of pass that I love seeing it, because Holland, that's the way we should be passing the ball, right? Let's go over it again. Boom. One touch, bang. Right on Jason's foot. Okay, then we make that mistake. But I think I told Jason in the game, right? What do we want to see Jason do there? We want him to take a couple. He's got so much space and so much time, right? I want to see him kind of take the ball this way, right? this guy makes him, it'll draw this defender here, open up Lawson, or it'll open up Luke on the backside. Or you can go back to Liam with a nice pacey pass, and then we get it out wide. But, yeah, I mean, and obviously we got to be 10 out of 10 in the back. Okay, Jay? That's all, man. I know I don't expect anybody to be perfect, but this was our second scrimmage. But out of the back, we have to be better there. Okay? We have to be better, buddy. All right? So we'll just let me run that back here real quick. Okay, we get the throw in, and it's spacing is pretty good. Lawson's opened up on the outside. Bang right there, right? If you take one dribble and hit it to Luke, I don't know if that's what we want to do, right? We want to maybe take a few dribbles out and then get it to him, or draw that defender. Want to draw that defender, get him out of space. You're a bright kid. You read the game well. I just think that was just you just got in the game, I think. So I think it was kind of a brain fart. All right. Let's go to 17. Here they got a free kick. And Jeffrey, I know it's Liam in goal, but we can explain to Brady what he should be doing here.
Yeah, definitely. This is what I'm talking about with controlling your guys in the back. I mean, Liam, I could barely hear him from the sidelines, and the only reason why I heard him is because I started yelling at him. As soon as the free kick comes into play, we have to start setting up our guys. We have to start setting up our walls. We have to be forceful. I mean, if they're not going, you got to scream at them. And I know David says to be positive, and I agree with that. But if they're not doing what you need them to do in the back, you're the guy picking the ball up out of the back of the net, bro. You're the one that has to deal with them scoring on you, right? So if they're not in the right position, it's kind of on you. So I need you to be vocal there. That's it. That's all you need to do. Take control.
Yeah. Take control, bud. Brady, take control, man. I need you to be the man back there. And that means you got it. Sometimes you see the best guys in the world, man. They don't mess around, right? They're getting on their guys. They got to wake them up, right? So, again, 10 out of 10 back here, right? 10 out of 10, building at the back. It's got to be better, okay?
I think, Brady, you have a lot of talent, and you got the size, and you're going to be a great goalkeeper. If you get vocal and get intense and active, man, you're going to be a good player, dude.
Yeah. Oh, agreed. And that's what we're trying to push you that direction, bud, right? We want to get you there. Okay. But you're going to have to you're going to implement my coaching, Coach Jeff's coaching, and take yourself there, right? You got to get there. So where are we at here? Let me push forward here. Okay. All right. All right. Here we are. Shape. Okay. Patrick should be more in this direction. Lawson should be pushed up more. Oliver is in a pretty good spot here. Oliver's in a good spot. But if Patrick is more central and Lawson's more pushed up, they don't get the mess around with the ball right in front of our net right here. All right. This is a little bit dangerous. When we're not in shape, when we're not doing the things that we have to do to get in the right shape, we give up too much space. I'm going to let this roll out because I got a few points that come in here. All right, so right here, right, the ball just went to this side of the field, right? I need Patrick sliding over, right? Automatic, okay? I need Jason sliding over, but our 4 and 5, you're connected pretty well here. Very well. And then the backside guys got to get back. Okay, so that's pretty good. Pretty happy. See, there's things in this game that were much better than against the 07s. And then Holland's in a good position to block that pass from breaking our line, which is great. This is great play by George here, right? First time, but what'd you do, Georgie, right? What are we trying to say, right? We want you to possess that ball right there. Okay, I'll back it up for a second. Ball comes out to you, right? I've been saying this for years now. On the 50-yard line, I don't want you turning into people, right? I want you possessing it, either hitting Lawson or getting it wide to our right back out there, right? And we worked on that Thursday night, right? We did do that Thursday night. But we give up the possession inside our half, and they get a scoring opportunity. So now right here, right, Holland sticks this guy out here, and where is our forward? Should be tucked all the way back in here, right? I got Patrick and I got Lawson. Pretty good spot, right? I'd rather see Lawson probably up here, okay? Maybe Patrick more in here to block this line, the pass that would break this line into this guy. So Jason would pull over, right? Patrick's in here. Okay. And then we block this line from Isaiah getting the ball. And then Lawson would be right there. All right. And then Miles, I think, is on this side. Right. This guy's got to come all the way back, and Holland sticks him out for a second. And this guy's dribbling around. We should have two guys on this guy getting the ball. All right, there you go, Miles. There you pop in. Right, but that was too easy. I mean, a good team scores on that. Right? A good team, and that's just, again, it's shape. We got to start thinking instead of just watching the ball. We got to start thinking. We're doing a lot of ball watching. A lot of ball watching. And obviously, shape is a big deal. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to let this play out. About 15 seconds. All right, Holland, you do this a lot, man. You make a really good play, and then you held on for one touch too many, right? So I love you, bud. But you got to make that. You got to make a better decision there, right? We got to keep the ball, all right? Sometimes you hang on to that one too many. Look at Miles working there. Love it. Love it. Great work, Miles. Great work. Good, Jeremiah's pinching in, right? Boom. That was great. Way to read the game, Jeremiah. Great press all around, all the forwards there. Great job. That's what I want to see. Great press. That was really good. That was really good. All right, let me go forward a minute. Actually, I'm going to go into the second period. And we're going to go to building out of the back, quicker tempo. Right, George, don't be afraid, right? Come into that spot, come into that zone, right? You hesitate a little bit, and I think it threw you off guard when he gave you the pass. If you're there faster, right, you probably connect there. All right, so now here we go. Jeremiah forces the ball back. It's all very good. We force a really bad pass by the goalkeeper there. All right. And it comes across the field, and I want to show Miles' work right here. He flies over. Watch him work. Look at that work. That's work right there, man. And he forces this whole play. Look at him go. Look at him work. That's what I want to see. And then, boom. See, right there, George stopped for a second. And if you kept, but you kind of stopped, got on your heels, but we got the ball. But what I'm saying is if you kept on your toes there, you would have got to that ball. But this is good work. This is good possession. Good touch, Luke, going forward. All very good. And we almost come away with a nice shot here. But this is good moment. This is good stuff here. Well, George, you misplay that ball. Get back and work, man. Come on. You know? All right, we just got to, oh, look at that. Man, we should have scored a goal here, boys. This is bad. I mean, they couldn't help themselves but screw up. But we kept the rock. It was very good. I'll take this. All good stuff. And then Jeremiah, if you could just drive this ball across and don't try to, drive that ball, right? It's almost like a shot, right? You don't want to fluff it in the air, man. You want to hit that hard. Okay, we gotta have better, more accurate passes, and we gotta hit the ball. Okay. We're approaching the 3:35 mark, which is, I have some notes here. I think a lot of people did some good stuff here. So at the 3:35 mark, we're in a good press and shape. Lawson's pushed up. Jeremiah's doing a good job there. I wish he would have blocked that ball going out wide, but Lawson comes flying over. Now, in this instance, right, Lawson comes over. I want to see Patrick come too. I want to see Oliver come too. I want to see Miles come too. Okay? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about, right? We need to get into our better shape. All right? Let's see here. I'll let it play. Keep working, keep working, keep working, keep working. This game is not easy, man. It's a lot of running. It's a lot of desire, and you have to do a lot of thinking on the fly. So as long as you understand what I'm talking about now, being compact and being better defensively, I think we're going to get a lot more turnovers, and we'll be able to have more possession. We'll do a lot better job. Let's see what we got. Okay, you got to keep working back, right, Georgia? Keep working back. We need our whole team. It's not like when we worked 2 years ago, right? Our whole team has to come back and play defense. And then when we get the ball, we have to spread out fast. Like I said in the first meeting, contract fast, expand fast. That's what good teams do. All right, now I'm just going to bring it to a little more up here, and then we're going to go into the blackboard, and I'm going to get you guys out of here. Okay. And this is a big one because here we are, we're about to build out of the back. And what do we got to be? We got to be 10 out of 10 here. We have to be 10 out of 10. All right. Patrick makes a ball there, and I don't know what happened there, right? We just got to connect passes because in that instance, we got 5 and they got 3. Okay, so I'll go back again. Yeah. We got Holland out here. We got Oliver there. We got Patrick here. We got Lawson there. We got James here. We got the right back here, Jason here. It's 6v3. They're not really, they're pressuring with 1 guy, 2 guys. Right, and we lose the ball. They're pressuring with 2 guys, and we got 4. We can't give those balls up. We just can't.
Yeah, no, I should have nailed that one touch up there.
Yeah. I mean, we make these mistakes now and we go forward, So overall, as this game progressed, we got a lot better. And then Wednesday night last week, I just think that for 15 minutes we held our own. But I think if we do these things, and basically this whole video session was about being more compact defensively and understanding our role and responsibility defensively. And because I think we can play offensively. I mean, we got talent there. Everybody, I think we got talent. This is a talented team. I think we can play with that 07 national team. And I'm not going to stop saying it. I think 2 months from now, we're going to scrimmage them, and it's going to be a much tighter game. Now, are they going to get better too? Yeah. Yeah. But I think if we play as a team, like I said in the first, if we're positive to each other when we play as a team, we're going to be better off. I'm going to be the one that's critical. You guys aren't critical. I'll be critical, right? And then we'll go forward. All right. So now I'm going to pop it into the blackboard. Stop share, right?
Yep.
And then what are we doing? Stop here. There we go. And I move it over. There we go. see the all right, I'm going to set us up in our formation. I got about 15, 20 minutes left, boys. All right, what I'm going to show you guys is what the other team was, what National was doing the other day. Show you their formation. So they were playing 3 center backs. They were playing what I call, I think it looks like 4 midfielders. So there's 2 here, 2 holding. And there was 2 high. And then they have 2 wing backs that play really wide where Clark was, right? And then they have 1 forward. I think that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. How do I get rid of that? Like, just pop. Hit that.
What do you want to get rid of?
This whole thing.
Oh.
Just hit teams again.
Yeah, try touch that.
There we go. Okay. All right. So what they did is they love Clark on the outside, so they really wanted to isolate him. So when they got the ball, oh, it's soccer ball. Okay. So when they had it here, okay, this guy was out wide. When this center back had the ball here, right, we want to deny the outside. We want to deny this guy the ball, right? But when they popped in here and they popped this guy in here, so it made this guy feel like he's on an island, right? In a way, okay? So we have George kind of playing this right here. So we take away this ball. So if he does get the ball, he can't go this way, right? So our forward here, if we run into a case where we're playing a team that has 4, if they play this kind of in this shape, where they have 4 defenders and 2 holding mids, or if they play the way we did it, where they have 4 midfielders in this formation, this guy here has to read this pass. So he can't come flying up, right? He has to read it, block this passing lane here. If this guy gets the ball here, he has to come here. This guy has to come here. And then this midfielder, our number 6, has to be behind him there. So it doesn't feel like this guy is on the island. So a lot what's happening the other day is that Luke, in the beginning of the game especially, right, he kept looking behind him at AJ. And this was Cash in front of him. This was AJ. And so Luke was hesitant to come up high on Cash. If Patrick was moved over, right, he wouldn't have to worry about him too much. And that gives Shane the ability to pop up here. So we want to hunt in packs. So obviously if Liam steps up or Miles steps up, right? The only pass is here, but we have this blocked off with our number 8. That's their number 6, and then our number 2 comes popping out here and is able to put more pressure on the back. And then we have this covered. We have this guy covered because our 6 has got that, and then our 4 and our 5 are pushed over. Our 11's pushed over. Our 3 is pushed over. Our 10 is pushed over, right? This is our 8. That's the way it should look like on defense, guys. When the ball's on this side of the field, if it goes this way, right, our forward blocks this pass off here. Our number 9 blocks this inside lane here, right? Our number 10's here. Our number 8's this way. Our number 6 is here, right? And we all shift. We all shift over. So we make the field small, guys. We make the field small for them. So if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask me a question about this. Anybody? I'm losing you guys? I hope not, because I feel like I feel like I pounded this point, right? Really, I really went to town on it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, buddy.
One second. I
Yep.
need to rethink my question. I'll go on mute for a second.
Okay, take your time. So again, we got our forward, right? We're blocking this outside pass. We got our center forward. I don't care if they knock it around between the goalie and this center back here. I want my number 9 blocking blocking this lane here. So if this guy does get the ball, he can't go this way with it, right? George, last year I had you putting pressure up here. I want you back in here, okay? All right, if they start to bring it out, right? This guy gets the ball and they start to bring, then you put pressure here, okay? So their job is we want to make it hard for them to connect the ball on this side to get it to this side. We want to make it real hard on them. And if we space it out, if we give them all this time, like we were doing, our one midfielder's back here, our other forward's over here. Look how much space opens up. Our number 6 is in here, putting this guy on an island, right? We got to get this guy in front of this center back here, in front of that midfielder. This guy comes back, this guy steps up, this guy pushes in. We got to make the field small on them. Then when they reverse it, we just do the same thing. They reverse it, come here. He comes out. He blocks that, right? This guy slides, the number 6 slides. Our number 2 comes out here. 4, 5, 3 forms the back line. And you pop in there, Jeremiah, or whoever that 11 is. Make the field small, guys. We got to get, and it's going to take you have to sprint, or it has to be, you can't just jog into position. You get to the spot and then you relax, right? You don't jog to the spot. You get to the spot and then you're good. But if you jog there, then it's too late. You got to get to the spot. And then you can maybe take a breath.
Sir.
Any questions? Where are we vulnerable here? Someone unmute. So if the ball's here,
We're vulnerable if they.
where are we vulnerable?
Maybe on the opposite side.
On the opposite side, right? So they have to put a long ball pass at your age, at your guy's age, right? They have to put a pass all the way across to this guy here.
But we can already get there because it probably won't be super fast.
Well, yeah, I mean, right. If they ping it here, 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 okay, that takes a lot of passes to do. So we're able to rotate over. Now, if they're good enough and they can play a 40-yard pass and put it on this guy's feet, and he's able to trap it, bravo. Bravo. Okay, but then I think we can still defend that. We just got to rotate faster.
Yes, sir.
And make the field smaller again.
Yes, sir.
All right, so now if we're back in our end, when we get into our shell, they get the ball, they break our press. Okay. Everybody's playing defense. The ball's in the middle of the field. This is what it looks like. All right, this is what it looks like. Okay. There's our 9. Forward. Forward. All right, so if the ball comes here to this side, right, on this defender, okay, this forward's blocking here, right, this midfielder comes in, Patrick, the 6, gets behind in front of this defender switches, this defender switches, this defender has to come in on the far post.
Yes, sir. So,
This midfielder comes in and vacates the space that you left. So Lawson, Patrick's got to be in front of this center back here. Lawson, you got to come in here, and then Jeremiah, you got to come all the way back in here.
okay. So when they have it in our half, you want the forwards and the midfielders to be pretty much always even.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. George, you're not hanging back on the center backs, man. You're back in here, right? And if the ball, they're trying to play a ball in here, and you're here, you track back. They need to hear your footsteps, right? If they're able to get the ball in here, you come back. And then when we get the ball, we expand. We win it, we expand, right? We know how to build out of back. We do it all the time in practice.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to go forward immediately. We win the ball here. We go back, we go back, we go back. We come this way. We come back, and then we attack. So can anybody unmute yourself, tell me exactly what this whole training session was about in one word or 2 words, a verb and then the other word? What could it be?
Defensive shape.
Defensive shape. Good. Anybody else? Can we think of another word? Starts with a C.
Control.
Control is a good word. Control is a good word when we're trying to build. Sure. We need to control the ball. We need to possess it.
Contain.
Contain's a good word.
What does that have to do with?
It has to do with our shape.
Compact.
Counter.
Compact. Compact. All right. We have to get compact, man.
Sir.
All right. And it takes work. It doesn't just happen, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
just happen. And then when we possess the ball, that's the time we can maybe take a break or take a breath,
Yeah.
right? Because then we have control, right? And if we're in the right spots, if we know the details, right? So when we're building out of the back, I'm not going to get into this too long because the session was about defensive shape, but our goal, I don't have my goalie up, okay? All right, but we get the ball here, right? And we're building out of a goal kick. I said this the other day, right? It should look like this. Our 2, our 3, our 4, or 5, right? Get into our shape. Our forwards on the sideline. It's in the middle of the field. Okay, the ball gets played out into this midfield, right? George is in here. Forwards on the sideline. This forward slides like an accordion, right? The one guy stretches, the other side comes in. Stretch out, come in. Stretch out, come in. Stretch out, come in. I mean, this stuff, we just got to do it. We got to start thinking, that's all. I mean, it's not all about just watching the ball, right? Think about what's going on. Anticipate, anticipate, anticipate. Think about where the ball is and anticipate the space. Anticipate the body shape of that defender. But I think we're pretty good at building. We did it against that 07 National a few times and it looked great. Yes, we made a couple mistakes, but if we track back and we win the ball back, we're not going to get scored on. But we got to be more. We got to be think in this area here. In this area here, it's got to be 10 out of 10, right? We got to be smart. We got to make 10 out of 10, and we got to work really hard to get our body in the right position to be 10 out of 10. We got to track back to the ball. So, okay, let me get this. If this is Patrick, right, and he doesn't, the ball's here, this guy's popping out here, you don't get the ball here, right? You got to pop out, right? We got to switch it, okay? And then you're able to pop back in here, and you got to come back aggressively, okay? Come in here, they're going to be late, and then it's boom. So we connect on one side. We connect on one side to attack on the other. Connect on this side, and then we switch, and that's the way we attack. If we get stopped here, we connect again here, pull it back, attack on the other side.
Yes, sir.
All right?
One question.
Yeah.
So, once we have connected to the other side and the midfield has it, the balls that we play, do you want them to the feet of the winger or like a through ball, or does it really just depend on the situation?
Well, a lot of it is more. A lot of it, the winger's not going to get the ball. So when we connected on this side here, bing, 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 we got it, and they stop us here, and we rotate to go back this way, right? We're breaking it through the midfield. A lot of the time, it's this guy that's on. It's not the forward, right? It's this right back. That's who's going to be open most of the time. Okay. If
Yes,
we're
sir.
able to get it a through ball here, we tried to do it a lot the other day, and we weren't very successful. This guy's the one that's wide open most of the time. Okay. Now, if we can hit George and he's able to play a ball over the top or switch it and play a ball over the top, great. But a lot of times, even Georgie had a hard time getting the through ball in. So this guy's going to go with this forward as he makes that run. And what does this leave open? This guy wide open every time. It's every time.
Understood.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, that's all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So in the game the other day, right, we had Shane had the ball a couple times and he did a nice job, right? He beat Clark on this side. The one time he didn't, he was back in here and he tried to play a through ball and we gave a possession. But most of the other times he took the ball, got a 2v1, was able to bounce it, bang, bang, and we were off and running. Right, Shane? Right, buddy? Yeah. All right, man. Hopefully we got the gist of what I was talking about tonight, right? We want to be compact in our defense, and we got to be 10 out of 10 building out of the back. I need our goalie to be more intense, and I need the rest of you to really think about what we're doing, man, right? Not just playing soccer. We got to think too, right? We got to think.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Just as quick as we're pushing them to build out of the back is as quick as we got to get into our shape on defense.
Yeah.
You know, so we want you to be fast as you can be when we're building, but you also have to be as fast as you can be to contract and get into position. And I think that's what you were driving home. But I think that might make a little more sense because, you know, we want to break out, but we also need to contract really quickly and get back into our shape, right?
Yeah. I mean, I take it back to the first meeting. What's our style of play? And that's it, man. Contract fast, expand fast. So hopefully we can do it going forward. Hopefully I can get us a 30, 45 minute friendly with somebody this week. No pressure, no big deal, right? Just something that we're just trying to work on this. So when we play our game this weekend, we're going to have success.
Yeah.
And no matter what, you know, I want us by the middle of October to be a lot better. I know this isn't going to happen overnight, but I would like to see the workings of it happen. I really do. I want to see us, you know, a bad pass here, you know, a misconnection here, that stuff's going to happen. But as long as we're doing the things that we're saying in this session, we're going to have success no matter what the score is, no matter what the result is. Okay? So thanks, guys. All right. Any more questions? Any other questions? I want you to ask if you have something going on in your head. Ask me. All right. All right, boys. Have a good night. I'll see you Tuesday night.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yep.
No, go ahead. Thanks, Coach.
All right, man. Thanks. Yep.